Hey peeps, happy Sunday. I know that it's not morning and normally I go live in the morning and I'm a little late. So I'm going to kind of wait and see if anybody pops on. I've got some announcements. I've got some reminders. I've got, what else do I have? Oh, obviously I have some techniques I'm going to show you because let's do it. Also, I can't seem to not do the messy bun. I have to like duck down to show the hair. I was looking through some of my videos and I was like, wow, I do a messy bun a lot. But it's because you're with me on my weekends, and as a teacher, don't do my hair on the weekends. Not a thing. So let's start off with, let me actually just dive into some makeup, and then as people tune in, I'll do some announcements. Don't mind my fiance, he's doing some kitchen stuff in the background, so if you hear some noises, we're just having our Sunday life, so don't mind us. First thing I wanted to announce is that today is the last day for the September giveaway. So today's the last day of September. If you are interested in winning this stay spray, not this one's mine, but if you watched my Instagram stories, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I already have the stay spray I'm going to give away. It's in its cute little packaging. And if you want to enter into that, today's the last day to order, like, comment, share videos, do any of the weekly challenges. Like, today is the last day. So please make sure that you're doing that. Hi, I think I see some people popping on. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I get super excited when people are here. Sorry. So yes, today is the last day if you want to order, and we have an amazing collection that just launched. If you haven't started with mascara yet, it's like a full face collection and it's discounted about $50. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But today is the last day. So what I'm going to show you, I'm going to be using the collection that I just talked about. It's called the Classroom Collection. As a teacher, I'm biased. I think it's adorable. But I'm actually going to be working out of my artist palette. You may or may not have seen me get this a couple weeks ago in that same order on my Instagram stories. I'm obsessed with this. I love this palette so much. But I also am mascara obsessed, and I have a ton of things, and now I can hold them all in one place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to highlight and contour your face using the B squared brush and your finger. Okay, I do not, disclaimer, I do not do this often, but I know a ton of different reasons why you should do it this way, and so I'm going to share that with you now. So the B squared brush, if you use the blush side of the B squared brush to highlight your face, you're going to get a lighter, feathery coverage. So reasons to do this kind of a highlight is if you have acne scarring, so if you have any divots in your skin from your acne, if you have textured skin, extreme texture, whether it's rosacea or just a lot of those tiny little dots that we sometimes get, they're just little bumps, they're not zits on our face, or if you have wrinkles, this gives a really light feathery coverage so that you're not sinking the highlight into those areas and it doesn't look like it's caked in those little pockets. Another great reason to use your finger is to just gain a little bit more control. And again, I don't do it a ton, so I'm not super great at it, but I would hate to not show it to you just because it's not my style, because it might be your style. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start with my finger, and I'm going to actually use, let me think through this. I'm going to use white peach today. I don't use white peach very often in my videos. And I'm going to get some white peach on my finger, and then I'm going to go underneath the eyes with my finger first. And you can see I'm still dabbing when I do a brush, just to get that really even coverage. And so already, if you look and compare the sides of my face, this side is a lot more balanced than this side is. And it's really bright right now, so I'm going to use a mirror as well, just to make sure I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to get just a touch more and bring it down a little bit. So I'm using that dabbing motion to get, oh, I forgot to prime my face. Pause, guys. Do this first. So I'm going to use that stay spray I was talking about. And I really just drench the face and just let it dry. So technically, the first thing I do in the morning when I wake up is I wash my face, I use my toner, and I use my moisturizer, and then I wait at least 20 minutes after I use my moisturizer, my milk cream, before I start my makeup, and then I'll do the Stay Spray first. So we'll let this air dry for a moment. Sorry. While we do this, let me remind you one other thing. Week 4 challenge is up today. So today is the last day to post a picture of your cute face after you've done your makeup using any of the techniques that I've taught you. Anything. If it's highlighting, contouring, if it's eyeshadows, if it's lips, if it's just I tried my makeup. If you post your picture and you tag me, you get an extra 20 entries, I think it was, into the giveaway. So now I'm going to do the other side now that that's dried a little bit. And if you have oily skin like I do recommend you prime with the Stay Spray like I do. It's just really good for like keeping the product connected to your skin. It has something to adhere to, because if you have an oily complexion, it'll just kind of slip around and you don't really want that at all. Okay. So then that's my white peach underneath my eyes. Now I'm going to take my B squared and I'm going to go in with June, and I just get a little bit on there, and I'm still going to stipple. But you're going to see I just get this like really, really light coverage. It almost looks like even more natural than normal because it's not heavy at all. This rounded end just like disseminates product so smoothly and lightly. Sometimes I won't, or not sometimes, a lot of times, the reason I don't do this is because I have breakouts, as you can see, and those breakouts need extra coverage. But you could totally do this first. Oh goodness, my kitties are running around. You could do this first, and then you could go back with extra coverage, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Okay, now if you haven't watched my videos before, I'm highlighting around the mouth, up the jawline, the nose, the eyelids. I do my highlighter on my eyelids, and then the lower part of the forehead. And I do swipe more on the forehead because I don't have a ton of forehead breakouts. So I can get away with swiping more. When you have breakouts or you have things that you're trying to get coverage on, you really want to make sure you're stippling. Cool? Okay. Trying to get this coverage down here that I want. But it should just look really natural and almost like it's just your skin. Okay? Now I'm going to take my Perfector sponge, and I did get it damp, so it's kind of fluffy. And I'm just going to press in the area under my eyes. The skin under our eyes, I'm getting really up close and personal, is like kind of creasy, right? Like that thin skin. As you blink your eyes all day long, it makes those creases. And if you press out, make sure it's damp though, because you don't want to take the product off. But if you press out the products that's there, it'll remove any excess, but then the product that is there, it'll just kind of like melt it right into the skin. And usually I do this with a powder, like I'll have a powder on it, on the sponge, but you can do it without if you're not super oily like I am. Cool. Now I am a little bugged by these boogers down here. So I am going in with my detail hack. And this end is like a magic eraser. It's amazing, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, from here, if you only buy the B squared brush, you can, I'm gonna squish the brush so that it's actually gonna look a ton like this shape. So like when I squish this down, it looks like this brush, which is the 30-second hack brush. This actually comes in the classroom collection with the Stay Spray and the 8 colors and the compact that holds it. But if you're looking for a different brush and you're using this one, you can squish this down. I'm actually going to use Olive. We opened up the house today because it's beautiful outside and so the wind is blowing. And then this can be applied for your contour. So you can use this side to do your contour as well. And again, it gives you like a really feathery coverage. It's not very deep at all. It's really natural looking. And then I just kind of leave that there. Do the other side. Remember, again, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, when you contour, you want to contour underneath the cheekbone. So you can find the cheekbone at the top of your ear and then press down until it gets squishy. That's your cheekbone, and you want to be coming up underneath the cheekbone because you want to push it up. And you want it to be like a little push-up bra for your cheeks. And then I'm actually not gonna squish it for this next portion. I'm just gonna come up to the forehead and pull down. The reason we pull down is because the shadow should be darkest at our hairline, and then as we pull, it blends naturally into our highlight that's already there. And I do a little more contouring on the sides of my face, or the sides of my forehead, because you can see like this just looks a little more shadowed than that. It makes my face look a little skinnier. It's magic. Just putting the colors in the right places, and it makes your face look like the best possible version, but it's still you. Okay. And I just like to go in and soften that right there. I'm just putting it a little on the edge. I'd also use this to contour underneath the jawbone. Make sure you're actually on the jawbone. I mean, it's different for everybody. If you have a really, I don't want to say bony because that makes it sound negative, but if you have like a really thin face and you have thin features, you don't want to do a ton right here because your face will naturally have that. But if you have a more full face, you want to make sure that you're actually like on the bone. You don't want to be here, but you're right underneath on that bone. Chisel out that chin. And then I always make sure I go back and pull down the jaw, down the chin, so that it blends in really nicely. Now you could also use this for your nose. I would really recommend squishing it. Get it really thin. Get barely any product. Almost like come at your nose and just go down the side. So it gives that little shadow. That little shadow right there. This is not my preferred for contouring the nose, so let me grab that small end again of the detail. And I actually go up a little bit to the brow. Just gives it a little more of a defined look. You could also do this with the 30-second hack. Okay. And then again, using your finger, I'm going to take that white peach color. I'm going to go up the center of the nose, giving it the illusion that it's being pulled forward. And that I have a skinny, skinny, skinny nose. Which actually my nose is super skinny right here, but then it just like bulbouses out. So making that look really natural is sometimes difficult. Look. So now you can see the shadows when I look at you, but when I turn, you see nothing. Magic. Now, since I used this side for everything else, I'm actually going to use this side for my blush today. And I'm going to use a blush from the Classroom collection because honestly, I use it all the time. Should I use Plum or Bear? If somebody's here with me, tell me. Which one do you want to see, Plum or Bear? Let's do Plum. I don't see anybody commenting. Okay, I'm only going to dip once. I'll dip twice because it's a little paler. And I'm going to feather this on right at the apples of the cheeks. Give a little circular motion. Some people like the bigger end. Yes, it's designed for bronzer, but you can do whatever you want with it. Some people like it because they get a little bit more of a spread out, natural distribution. And kind of start like barely touching the skin and then kind of build up from there. You guys like my computer chair? And I'm actually going to use this same color for my lips. So go back in. And it kind of matches my nails. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? I didn't even know. Something else I talked about on my Instagram stories. I was trying to figure out what color, and a really good friend of mine from New York said, get like a mauve or a brown, and I picked this one out, and it's like, actually it's like plum. It's like purple. I didn't even realize. So pretty though. Okay, so that's the same color. Lips and cheek, same one. So literally I've used white peach, June, olive contour, plum. I've used 4 colors, and my face is just about done. I am gonna do a little bit more blush. Blush really makes you look younger and more awake, gives your face a little bit more life, because of course we can go in and do just highlight and contour, but then we're just gonna look a little more washed out, and you wanna bring your face to life. Like, you wanna look awake. You don't wanna look like one of those dead supermodels in those advertisements. I'm actually also gonna go back in just a touch with a little white peach, and I'm actually gonna use the brush just to make sure this is still bright right under here. I haven't used white peach in so long, but it's such a great color to brighten up. So from here, sometimes I'll set with powder at this stage. I'm not going to set with powder today because, first of all, it's almost noon, so my makeup doesn't have to last a ton today, and I kind of want my makeup to move. I'm going to be super active today, and since this is cream, it'll just kind of move with me, whereas like powder can sometimes break as you're like sweating or whatever. But yesterday, if you didn't see my post, go check out my post of me and my cute fiance kissing at the top of the incline. We did the incline, and I was wearing my makeup, and my makeup looked great at the end. Like, I even was like, it's not gonna look good. I climbed 1,800 steps, and my makeup looked boss. I was really impressed. So now I'm not gonna put that powder on, so I'm just gonna finish with an illuminator. Oh, I wanted to announce, so let me pull this color out so you can see it. This color is a limited time only. It is in that classroom collection that I've been talking about this whole video, and it's this really pretty, like, pale pink color, and it's only going to be available while supplies lasts. I had no idea, because it's such a popular color, and I thought that, like, because it was so popular, we were just going to keep it forever, but it is going away soon, guys. So you can see that just gives me, like, that little very sheer glow right here. And I do use my finger for this portion pretty much every time I do my makeup. And I do kind of like to bring it down a little bit. So your contour's here, your blush is here, and then your illuminator goes right up here. Like I said, Dream is not going to be around for a lot longer. I'm going to put a little right on top of the lip. I almost kind of like pout, and I put it right on top. So it gives a little extra glisten there. I haven't done my brows yet, but I like to put it under my brows. I'll do that in a moment. I also like to go right in the center of the lip. You really want to give the illusion that the center of your face is being pulled forward. So like this part of the nose is lighter, this is lighter, this is lighter right here. And you could even, if you want to get cray, put a little illuminator right in the center of your nose. Cool. But yes, this is only going to be around for a little while. And then I actually use my contour color for my brows. So I'm going to use the Know Your Angles brush, and I'm going to use my contour, and I fill in my brows. I usually just use about 3 lines. So I'll draw a line from the bottom to the arch, and then I draw a line from the arch to the tail. I am not a big fan of my brows whatsoever, but I like that I can just fill them in with my contour, and we're ready to go. And then I fill in from the front a little bit. And I just kind of like feather it up, because you want to be pulling this part of the brow up, and then this part of the brow goes down. And then you can see I'm brushing through just to make it a little more nicey nice. And so, like, no, they're not a ton different, but I don't know. You know how when you do that one thing that makes you feel a little bit better about your day, you're like, okay, I can do this now because I got my brows on. So we'll do this side. This one gives me a little more trouble. Biggest or nicest thing I've ever heard someone say about brows: they're sisters, not twins. Don't stress, because they're not going to be the same. No one's going to notice but you. Nobody cares. right? Now you're going to be looking at everybody's brows, watch. So I just used my contour color for that, and then I can go back and put a little of that Dream underneath the brow just to catch the light right there. This is like our most subtle illuminator. It's definitely, you don't see it unless it catches the light, which is really nice, because then you don't, sometimes I feel like I see women that have illuminator and it's just like a white shimmery line down their face. You want to give the illusion that you woke up like this. Like, this is what you look like every day, all the time. And so this Dream just like makes it like, ooh, is there something there, or is she just glistening? I'm not going to do crazy eyeshadow today, but I do have some information about the eyeshadows. So, there are 6 colors left, and I wrote them down because I didn't want to forget. London, Midnight, Bubba, Basic, Salem, and Bird are all left. I also heard in our company webinar this week that 2 colors are being brought back. They were the first 2 to sell out when the sale started, but the new formula isn't ready yet. So they're going to bring back 2 only for a limited time until they have the new formula ready to go. So the 2 that are coming back are Trust and Sabrina. Sabrina is definitely like one of my all-time favorite colors, and I highly recommend that you run out. It's $8, free shipping. If you just get that color, you're going to love it, I promise. So what I'll actually do right now, I'm going to use Bubba. Bubba's one of the ones that's still available, and I'm just going to do a really simple eyeshadow. I'm going to go from the outer corner in a windshield wiper motion, back and forth. Notice how I'm keeping my eye open so that I can see where the product is. Because if you do your eyeshadow with your eye closed, and then you open your eye and you're like, oh, I can't see any of it. That's what happened. And this is pretty much all I'm going to do today. I'll use a little Sabrina just to show you how amazing it is in the inner corner, though, in just a moment. My light just went out. Sorry, guys. We're almost done, though. Okay, so then that's Bubba. And again, that one's still available, $8. And then this Sabrina, it's not back yet. I used to brighten the inner corner of the eye. Look how much brighter that one is than that one. And it's just so subtle and so perfect. It works for anybody. It's kind of like an illuminator for your eyes because it's powder. And I just do that little inner corner. There we go. Now the only thing I'm missing is mascara. Like mascara, not mascara. So I'm going to throw a little bit of this on. And then this will be my stay-at-home lesson plan, clean my house, do some laundry look today. Really simple. And I'm just going to put some mascara on the top. I'm not even going to worry about the bottom today. Makes your eyes look a little more open anyway. Okay, there we go. So just as a recap, if you're watching this replay later and you like skip ahead to the end, Week 4 challenge, today's last day to enter. Post a picture of your cute face with something that you learned from my tutorials ever and tag at Bryn Catherine's Beauty. September giveaway, today's last day to enter. If you do the Week 4 challenge, you enter. If you get color matched, you enter. If you buy, you enter. If you like, comment, share this video, you enter. So there's lots and lots and lots of different ways. But you have until midnight tonight. We talked about the new eyeshadow shades that are coming back, Trust and Sabrina, and then the 6 that are still available. If you use the link in the description and then you go to eyeshadows, you can find them all. And then Dream is only going to be around for a teensy little while longer. So if you've been loving it, but you've been like, oh, I'll get it later, go run and grab it now. And then, of course, the classroom collection, Stay Spray, the brush, and then the 8 colors. Obviously, it won't come in a compact this big, but the 8 colors plus the compact for a full face look. We've got lots of exciting things coming up in October, so I will see you guys. Most likely, you'll see some stuff coming tomorrow and then next weekend, and we'll just talk about some really fun October stuff that's coming up. But until then, let's wrap up September strong, and until next time, folks.